The man pulled out a diamond ring and proposed to the girl he'd loved for 10 years. He said a lot of romantic things. A happy smile spread across Jessie's face. She was so overwhelmed with emotion that it took her a while to extend her hand. Getting to this point hadn't been easy for them. They'd faced doubts from everyone around them. They'd also dealt with the gap in their family backgrounds. But none of that could stop them from loving each other. Tim suddenly received a package from his grandfather. He discovered it was a prenup his grandfather had drafted. Jessie looked over the terms in the agreement. She thought the terms were actually pretty favorable to her. The agreement even protected Dongyun Corporation's assets from Tim. Tim didn't bother reading it carefully. He grabbed the agreement and threw it straight into the trash. Tim believed he and Jessie would never get divorced, so they didn't need any agreement at all.
你确定是我吗？
是吗？
你以前说爱情要一天一天日积月累，你怎么就确定一天天会爱上我？
早就爱上了。
They decided to go visit Jessie's parents. This was also the last item on Jessie's bucket list. Tim even asked his wife's opinion on what to wear. They went to Jessie's parents' house together. Her mother tested Tim at their very first meal. The table was covered with really spicy dishes. Even Jessie was surprised.
你第一次来我们家，不知道你的口味。今天呢，都是你技叔最拿手的菜，也是星星最爱吃的。
Tim was coughing from the heat but didn't dare refuse. Jessie kept giving her parents meaningful looks. She didn't want her parents to make things difficult for Tim. Her father finally said not to force himself if he couldn't handle it. Tim immediately started drinking water. Her father said how could they live together if their tastes were so different. Tim promised he'd always be honest with Jessie. He would never let Jessie suffer any grievances. Her mother said dating and marriage were different things. Couples had to understand and accept each other. More importantly, they needed to compromise with each other. That's how they could live happily together for a lifetime. Jessie promised they would. Her parents finally felt reassured. They brought out food from the kitchen that suited Tim's taste. Tim had passed the test. They packed up and got ready to leave. Her father brought out a lot of food. Their suitcase could barely fit it all. They also took a family photo together. Jessie's 10th wish was finally complete. Days later, they registered their marriage at City Hall. On the way back, they passed by the intersection where they'd first reunited. They both remembered what happened back then.
要不这样，您定损的时候看看多少钱，我跟他一起赔偿。
唐宋，留电话，让他们走。
Jessie had been so grateful to this kind boss at the time.
老板心肠也没有那么好嘛，最后还是讹了我，
不是没让你赔。
把自己都赔给你了。
That compensation had truly been priceless. Tim prepared many wedding plans after they got home, but he ultimately went with his wife's plan. They went to Germany together for a destination wedding. They took wedding photos on the streets of Germany.